An unnamed stranger played by Clint Eastwood arrives at the little town of San Miguel on the Mexico-United States border. Silvanito, played by Pepe Calvo, the town's innkeeper, tells the stranger about a feud between two smuggler families vying to gain control of the town. The Rojo brothers, Don Miguel, played by Antonio Prieto, Esteban, played by Sieghart Rupp, and Ramon, played by Gian Maria Volonté, and the family comprising the town sheriff, John Baxter, played by W. Luxi, his matriarchal wife, Consuelo, played by Margarita Lozano, and their son, Antonio, played by Bruno Carotenuto. To make money, the stranger decides to play these families against each other. He demonstrates his deadliness to both sides by shooting 4 men with ease, including the 3 who insulted him as he entered the town. The stranger witnesses the Rojos massacre, a detachment of Mexican soldiers escorting a chest of gold to exchange for rifles, and comes up with a plan. He takes 2 of the dead bodies to a nearby cemetery and props them up to make them appear alive. He sells information to both factions, claiming 2 Mexican soldiers survived the attack. Each faction races to the cemetery, the Baxters to get the supposed survivors to testify against the Rojos, and the Rojos to silence them. They engage in a gunfight, with Ramon killing the supposed survivors and Esteban capturing Antonio Baxter. While the Rojos and the Baxters are fighting, the stranger searches the Rojo hacienda for the gold and accidentally knocks out a woman, Marisol, played by Marianne Koch. He takes her to the Baxters, who arrange to return her to the Rojos in exchange for Antonio. During the hostage exchange, Marisol's son and husband approach her. Ramon orders one of his men, Rubio, to kill Marisol's husband, Julio, played by Daniel Martin, but he is deterred by Silvanito and the stranger. The stranger orders Marisol to go back to Ramon and her husband to take their son home. He learns from Silvanito that Ramon accused Julio of cheating during a card game and took Marisol as collateral. That night, while the Rojos are celebrating, the stranger kills the guards, frees Marisol, and wrecks the house where she was held to create the appearance of an attack by the Baxters. He gives money to Marisol and urges her family to leave town. The Rojos eventually discover that it was the stranger who freed Marisol. They capture and torture him, but he escapes. Believing that he is protected by the Baxters, the Rojos set fire to the Baxter home, massacring everyone, including the women and children, as they flee the burning building. With help from the local coffin maker named Piripero, played by Joseph Egger, the stranger escapes town by hiding in a coffin and recuperates in an abandoned mine. When Piripero tells him that Silvanito has been captured and tortured by the Rojos for the stranger's whereabouts, he returns to town to confront them. With a steel chest plate hidden beneath his poncho, he taunts Ramon to aim for the heart, as Ramon's shots deflect until Ramon exhausts his Winchester rifle's ammunition. The stranger shoots the weapon from Ramon's hand and kills Don Miguel, Rubio, and the other Rojo men standing nearby. He uses the last shot to free Silvanito, who is hanging from a rope by his hands. After challenging Ramon to reload his rifle faster than he can reload his revolver, the stranger shoots and kills him. Esteban Rojo aims for the stranger's back from a nearby building but is shot dead by Silvanito. The stranger bids Silvanito and Piripero farewell and rides away from town.
Sit down. They tell me you can read. Good. You'll know what that is. That pardon is yours if you do a job for us. No, just listen. You've got two choices. One, you spend the rest of your life in this hole. Two, you do what I tell you. You know the town of San Miguel? It's about 3 days' ride south, just across the border. The town is a hellhole. Two gangs have moved in and taken over. The townspeople are slaves to them. And they're trading guns and whiskey across the border to the Apaches. I want the place cleaned out, and I don't care how you do it. Chances are you'll get yourself killed. Fact is, there's little doubt of it. The two gangs are at each other's throats all the time, but one thing they do get together on, that's how to handle strangers that come into their town. They kill them. No questions. I've lost 7 men in as many months. But I want the place cleaned out. Do you understand? Good. One thing more. They may be trading with the cavalry, gold for guns. So don't count on anyone trying to get you out. We'll see if that gun of yours can pull you out of this one. You've got 60 days. After that, we come gunning for you. You'll be treated like any other escaped prisoner, shot on sight. Your horse and your gun are waiting for you at the main gate.